Hey everyone! We've been getting news about the new Playmates Power Rangers Reignition lines. Yes, lines. There's not just one, there's several. And most of them are just the same 5 to 6 Rangers over and over and over and over and over again. We're getting articulated figures, there's head flippy ones, there's mini figures, we got masks, there's stuffed toys, there's rangers that come with weird armor on motorcycles. I don't even know if I'm forgetting any, but yeah, those are some of them that they're doing. And then there's one line of articulated, or actually, no, they're action feature monsters. And you know, when I was a kid, action features on the toys kind of annoyed me because I didn't want action features, or at least not these type of ones. Like, for example, here we got Jindrax from Wild Force. Yeah, ooh, his horn's bent really bad. He's been sitting in a box for a couple of years. He's not a very good figure to display because, yeah, action features kind of ruined this figure. So the idea is you squeeze this leg and it makes his body spin around. The interior mechanisms are really rusted out. This was not a figure in very good shape when I got it. When I got him, he was full of sand. I think he'd been on a beach or something for a long time. There's a thing on his back, you move it, and you can kind of force his arm to move. This arm, I think, is supposed to move, too. Okay, yeah, you can get to go a little bit, but the spring is not working. Also, he had, like, let's see, things that went on his shoulders. There's little holes in there. You can't really see him that well. But anyway, the sculpt, really nice. They really got Jindrax's likeness down. They got all the colors. The paint app is, like, amazing. It is so bizarre to me that Bandai went from this to... I don't even have an example with me, but yeah, just total crap later on. Like, this is really, really nice. But yeah, the thing that really ruins this figure is the stupid action feature gimmick. Like, his arms are in an awkward angle. You can't even pose them without the spring jerking it back down. You can kind of force the arms into a thing, but yeah, they're not going to really stay that way. Let's see, I think he came with his swords probably. But yeah, there's no wrist swivel, so yeah, you can't really have him like cross the swords or hold him out like that. You can have them both like in one way and that's it. And then his legs, yeah, you can't do anything with that. You can squish this one in, but again, spring, and even if you could like keep it in, it's not going to stand on a shelf that way. So that's kind of irritating. It looks like all the new monster figures are doing for the Reignition line are doing. The one positive with the Reignition line is we finally have representation for some monsters who rarely get toys. We have almost the entire lineup of Season 1 monsters. Let's see, there's Arita, Goldar, Squat and Babu. I don't think there's a Finster. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm forgetting it. I don't know. Oh, and then there's a Putty, because we need a Putty, I guess. Rita's a cool figure, because when I was a kid, I wanted a toy of Rita, and we didn't get one. I remember seeing one on the back of, like, one of the toy boxes and being like, oh man, there's a Rita, I want that one, but then we could never find it anywhere, and I didn't know why we couldn't find it anywhere. Goldar's had quite a few figures over the years. I actually have a bunch of Goldars lying around here and there. Putties, we got some putties here and there over the years. Squat and Babu, I think, are the bad guys that most fans are kind of excited about. In fact, of this entire, like, relaunch of Mighty Morphin toys that Playmates really thinks people are going to be interested in, the one thing I've seen most people talk about is Squat and Babu, of all things, and the Zords. People like their Zords, and these look fine. Like, they don't look bad, at least. The thing I've always liked with Power Rangers, it took me quite a while to get here, apparently, according to my timer. I've always liked the monster toys, so I wanted to go over some monster toys, like, just some random ones, and yeah, like, I was thinking, like, I don't know, every week or two I'll just pull out a box of Power Ranger monster toys. I went over Jindrax here. I guess he'll be the first one, and let's open up this box. This is my Imaginext box. Appropriate, since Playmates is all in on Mighty Morphin. We might as well look over a line that I thought did Mighty Morphin really well, and that's the Imaginext line. Imaginext got pretty far with their monster figures. Let's see, right here we got Rita. Isn't she cute? Let's see, so very simplified design, but a decent, like, sculpt and paint job. We have the little design on her dress here. The colors are nice. Got the blue little feathery things on her whatever. Let's see. Oh, and this thing comes off. Eh. And there we got her in her Queen Maeve headdress thing. And you pop this back on. And one of the weird things is they didn't paint her hair or whatever that is on her head. I think that was supposed to be her hair. Let's see. They have like the little bandages, but it's all just kind of this gold brown color. I had a silver permanent marker. I tried to color it in, but it's almost all faded away, so yeah, not a whole lot left there, unfortunately. But yeah, really nice figure. I like the little staff here. This looks really nice. There was another Rita. I think this one came with a giant Goldar. So here we have this very odd-colored Rita, who's got kind of a purplish blue outfit on, red belt, black, white bandages again. I don't know who wanted this, but there it is. Super 7, oddly, also did like a blue-purple Rita. I guess based on that really old, like, stock art that would show up in coloring books and storybooks sometimes. Like, I guess I appreciate the deep-cut reference, but who was asking for this? Finster. Imaginext gave us one of the best Finster toys out there. It's definitely better than the old minifigure, which, and also like the old Bandai vinyl figure, which oddly gave him an angry expression, which I don't really think fits for Finster. I think it's better with him having this kind of neutral expression. It looks very much like the show. It's very fitting. It's just, it's a little cutesy-fied, simply, you know, because Imaginext was a Fisher-Price line, I think. Anyway, let's see. Finster, I think he came with like a Monster-Matic thing. I think there was like a whole little playset for Rita's Palace, and he had like a little thing he could fiddle around with and make putties or whatever. There was a Command Center playset where there were these little hooks. You could hook putties in there and smack them together. Not really sure what that accomplishes, but whatever. Speaking of the putties, here we got a Z putty. This came in a box set with a Terror Toad toy and also a Ranger on a motorcycle. Oh, and the motorcycle, oddly, was recycled from a DC playset. And I know that because if you look at the little, like, legal information on these guys, it's on their feet usually. This thing on the side of it, it says, like, DC Comics 2009 or something. There was a button you press and a little red hammer comes out, and I think maybe it was like a Joker thing or something. Oh wait, maybe this was the guy riding in the motorcycle, I don't remember. Not that it matters, it wasn't based on a thing in the show, it wasn't like Terror Toad, where that too was a pre-existing monster. I'll talk about it when I get to him. Let's talk about the putty. This is a Z putty, but the sculpt and I think paint job is pretty much identical to the normal putties. They didn't have this little shiny Z there in the middle. So, yeah, pretty decent looking putty here. And then, let's see, who do I want to talk about next? How about Lord Zed? Lord Zed looks pretty good. I don't think I don't have his little staff with him, unfortunately. I don't know if I actually have the staff or not, to be totally honest. So anyway, Zed, pretty nice looking little representation of, Big Bad Zed here. My one issue, though, was that the bottom parts of his legs were not painted, or actually, they were painted, and they shouldn't have been. So, yeah, the red down here, that's where I scraped off the silver paint and colored it in myself. And you can tell I didn't do it all the way around, so on the back, yeah, I didn't bother doing that. But other than that, like, this was a very nice little representation of Zed. Okay, next up, how about Baboo? Rest in peace, Dave Mallow. So here we got Baboo. Really nice little Baboo here, and one of the really nice things, they got his color, like, almost perfect. Like, holy crap. There's so many baboos. Or actually, there aren't really that many baboos, but the few that there are, they color him like bright blue, and that is not right at all. But one of the kind of annoying things with these Imaginext figures, their legs are connected, so you can't have like one leg up, one leg down. They're either sitting or standing, and that's all they can do, just about. Their arms have a little bit more independent articulation. You can have them a bit more variety. Oh, and the sculpt on this. Let's talk about the sculpt on this. We got the little, like, decayed bat wings on the back of Babu there. That's really nice. We got the little bat on his wrist there. That's such a neat little detail. The little doohickeys hanging off his chest here. We got his monocle. Got his red lips. Got the monkey ears. Got the hair. All right. Like, man. Oh, and even got little, like, claw toes. That's so cool. Like, man, they did such a good job with this Babu here. There was, like, truly some love that went into this figure. And then next up, we got Squat, who, again, very nice figure, but here's the weird thing, is that they... I don't know what it is with Imaginext figures, but they all have to be the same height, I guess? So, for Squat, I guess they couldn't really figure out how to do him, so they just stretched his legs out. So we have very tall Squat here, very long-legged Squat. Otherwise, very nice figure. He's painted all around, which is nice. He's got his little satchel there. He's got his, like, arms poking out of his sleeves. He's got the horn bursting up through that helmet thing he wears. Let's see, he's got the little clocks on his chest there. The face is really nice. They did a really good job painting the face. Very, very accurate. Okay, so, last up for the main villains, I guess, is Goldar here with his wings. Very nice. He came with a sword. I don't have that here. I'm missing a lot of the accessories, unfortunately. But yeah, very nice Goldar here. Pretty simple figure, mostly gold. And actually, they got the gold down pretty good for a Fisher-Price figure. The gold color's a little yellowy, but there's kind of a sheen to it. It looks better than the Lightning Collection gold that they used for their Goldar. Let's see, the wings do not come off, I don't think. Yeah, wings don't come off. They're stuck there. They don't move, unfortunately. They're not articulated. His arms are articulated. The shoulder pads kind of hinder the movement, which is unfortunate, but, eh. And then that leads into a recurring villain. Here we got Scorpina. Scorpina had her weapon, but I don't have that here either. Let's see, shoulder pad hinders this arm's movement to the point where I really wonder what's even the point of having this arm move at all, because you really can't do anything with it. It doesn't go anywhere. This arm, however, you can play around with a lot more. Well, you could probably move her head, force it, but she's got hair coming down the back. Let's see. Yeah, paint job, really good. Sculpt is really good. They got all the little details of her outfit, and Scorpina has a very, like, ornate, detailed outfit, so this is a very, very nice-looking little figure. Let's see, the back, you can see the back there. Oh, and her hair is brown, which is kind of weird. Didn't she have black hair? She's Japanese. But yeah, nice figure. And so that's it for, like, the main bad guys and recurring bad guys, but there is still one Imaginext monster, or, well, there's two. There's Terror Toad, but I don't have him right on me. So here we got Pirantis Head. Pirantis Head is a very nice-looking little figure. Man, he is cool. I've always loved this guy's design. He had a great design. Look at that. And they, yeah, got the colors right. Man, they did a really good job on him. He is a very nice-looking little guy. Now, there were some other, technically, monsters with the Power Rangers line, but they were just repaints of original monsters from, like, their original lines. So I didn't bother getting them. I don't own them. I wouldn't even know them if I saw them. Like, if I saw them at a yard sale or something sitting in a box, I don't know. Like, Pirantis Head, if I see him at a yard sale, like, yeah, I know exactly who this is. This is straight up Pirantis Head. It looks exactly like him. But yeah, one of those things, I wouldn't know. So I guess that leaves Terror Toad. He's somewhere. There he is. So here we got Terror Toad. Very nice looking Terratoad. Some odd things with this Terratoad, though, which are mostly due to the fact that this is a recycled sculpt. Now, this sculpt was originally for a completely different toy line. Let's see if I look at the bottom here. 2008. Wow. I think it might have been an original line. I don't see DC or any additional technical information, but yeah. This was originally a monster from 2008, repainted. But yeah, they looked at this previously done sculpt they had, and they were like, hey, I have an idea. So yeah, I think at Imaginext, there were definitely some Power Ranger fans on board, because this guy's gimmick even fits, like, now in the show, Terratoad had a power to, like, suck up the Rangers, and when he ate them, their helmet designs would appear on his stomach here, and him having a clear stomach is kind of similar to that idea. Let's see if I can kind of fit, where's the putty? The putty is about the scale size of the Imaginext Rangers, so put him in there. And there we go. You can kind of sort of see him in there. So it kind of fits the same ideas that the show did. The weird bits are, yeah, these orange things. I don't really know what the orange things are, even on the original figure. I don't think I would know what the point was. Also, these little black things coming off his arms. That's pretty weird. He's got very stubby legs. He's got a really weird what's-it on his back? What in the world is this? All I can guess is the original figure maybe hooked into something, and yeah, this one doesn't, but they still kept all this stuff to, like, I don't know, I guess it's compatible with that. Like, if you had that toy for a kid or something, and then you get this is, yeah, a repaint, basically. If they didn't care about Power Rangers, here's that monster, but repainted slightly. And this is kind of long, so I'll stop it here. That's it for this talking about random Power Ranger monster toys. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.